Some moments in the NFL are quite unexplainable. Like that one time a cat came on the field and scored a touchdown.
Maybe we should. I don't know.
Back in 2019, during a feisty Monday night battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, the MetLife Stadium had a rather surprising visit from a small feline. Towards the end of the first half of the contest, a black cat wandered into the field to have some fun. And boy, did it have a good time.
And if this Cowboys season doesn't go the way it was expected to.
In the NFL, it isn't traditional to run across the field for 2 minutes without getting tackled. Well, rules aren't effective for this furry friend, who managed to dodge all his possible captors for quite a number of yards. The doggedness of the cat against the state troopers was quite amusing to the fans, who watched the little fella run towards one of the end zones and cheered loudly when he slowly got there, like he had just landed a cross-field touchdown. And that's not all. The black cat brought good luck for the Cowboys as they came back from a 3-9 to a 37-18 after the cat got apprehended. It is a superstition that black cats are bad luck, but the voodoo unfortunately fell on the New Yorkers that evening. Have you ever heard the story of the quarterback who completed a pass to himself? During the AFC wildcard round of the NFL, the Tennessee Titans were trailing badly, with 21-3 against the Chiefs. As the game went on, they kept pushing and pushing, but they still lost the game. LOL, not the perfect disillusion you expected, right? Well, although they ended the game with a huge L, something that had never been seen before happened. In an attempt to send the ball into his opponent's side, Titans' quarterback, Marcus Mariota, had his pass misplaced by a deflection from Chiefs cornerback, Darrelle Revis. And where did the ball end up? Ironically, in the hands of Mariota.
Mariota to the line of scrimmage, maybe across the line. It deflects back to him for a touchdown.
My man didn't waste time to charge for a touchdown, reducing his side's deficit to 11 points. He might have lost the game, but he went down in history as the first QB with a receiving touchdown ever. Damn, that is quite impressive. But I still can't wrap my head around these two players that got their helmets stuck. The Super Bowl 51 matchup in 2017 was one of the most intense we had seen in a while, with the Falcons and the Patriots playing the closest game possible. Well, while the game was on, Dwight Freeney and Martellus Bennett decided to get closer. After both players locked horns so tight, their helmets got stuck together. The referee had to pause the game to get both equipment separated. As rare as it might seem for helmets to get locked, that wasn't the only occasion we witnessed a tangle like this. That same year, Packers wide receiver Geronimo Allison and Steelers linebacker Vince Williams got their face masks stuck during an argument. The two got involved in a heated exchange of words, and Allison decided to up the conflict by headbutting the latter. But you know, karma, always having a way to get the most fun from most situations. The pair got their mask locked, and everyone had to come to their aid. What a perfect way to end a fight. Now, we have the most antithetical series of events you'll see in football. I mean, complete contrast. Get it, it was 2017. And the Detroit Lions were head-on against the New York Giants. Matt Prater, the Lions' place kicker, was on a stellar streak of 11 consecutive field goals from 50 yards or longer.
Block the new holder. That one is hooking, and it's off the crossbar.
And he wasn't stopping there. Just before the half, the Lions scored a 58-yard kick, and the American was looking to extend his streak. Well, what came after was far from ordinary, as the ball struck the crossbar barely, spun in the air vertically, and luckily snuck between the sticks. Luck or technique? Only Prater knows. But it was as tense as a basketball rolling round the rim 5 times before going in. 3 years later, however, the Bears went for a 43-yard kick that resulted into the most unlucky kick ever. Now, we've seen field goal attempts hit the vertical bars at some points, but this time, it was double trouble for the Chicago side. Trailing 16-15 against the Philadelphia Eagles, Cody Parkey had a chance to get his side the win, as the game was already in its final stages. Now, here's what made the whole incident funnier.
Crazy. Crossbar.
Oh, just depended on...
Parkey had hit 3 field goals earlier in the night and had 23 of 30 on field goals in the regular season. But when it mattered, his shot saw the upright and then the crossbar before bouncing out. The Bears had to settle for a loss that night, and nobody could believe what had just happened. Speaking of unbelievable moments, Jonathan Baldwin's insane catch is one for the history books.
And what a catch! What a grab by the...
Back in 2011, the Broncos won 17-10 against the Chiefs, and this matchup came with a lot of exhilarating moments. However, the best illegal moment was the Chiefs' rookie receiver's unexplainable pass that never stood. Chiefs QB Matt Castle dropped back to pass to Baldwin on the gridiron's left-hand side, and although it winged behind the kid, he managed to use Denver defensive back Brian Dawkins as a prop, wrapping the ball and the man together while both players went down. Talk about creativity. Baldwin immediately jumped up to celebrate what was sure to be the play of the year. But it got called off because of certain offsetting penalties. Now, speaking of plays, take a look at this horrendous tactic by the Colts. I mean, you won't see anything that goes worse than this. Back in 2015 against the Patriots, the Colts had come up with one of the most innovative fake punts, with their main aim being to penalize their opponents for having too many players on the field. So, they would line up on one side of the field, leaving Griff Whalen to deliver a pass to Anderson, who was well behind him. It seemed brilliant at first, except Whaley couldn't make the pass. His butt obstructed his pass, and Anderson was more than slow in his reaction. It was hilarious. Anderson was immediately tackled, and an illegal formation penalty was called on the Colts. The Patriots, however, declined, but later bagged a touchdown to seal their 34-27 victory. It is considered as one of the worst plays ever. And even McAfee took a whole YouTube video to explain the whole shit. LOL. And how can we miss Jerome Simpson's somersault touchdown to retain the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC playoff picture?
Today into tomorrow, the entire week, it's one thing to leap over a guy.
Damn! The kid flew high. Andy Dalton's pass found Jerome, and he leaped over the Arizona defender, landing on both feet in the end zone. That was the Bengals' 3rd winning record in the last 21 years, and man, was it glorious. To round off this episode, we have Malcolm Butler's insane end zone that won the Super Bowl for the New England Patriots. A lot of activities preceded that insane stop at Super Bowl 49, but Malcolm's heroics was the major takeaway. With just seconds left, the Seahawks had a 1-yard play, and the instruction from Coach Pete Carroll to offensive coordinator Darrell Bevell was to throw the ball directly, reducing the number of passes that would come. Well, let's say it wasn't the brightest idea. Immediately when the ball got to Wilson, rookie cornerback Malcolm Butler took no prisoners, intercepting the ball at the goal line, sealing the Patriots' 28-24 comeback win and their 4th Super Bowl title. At the end of the game, Carroll took all the blame for his side. My fault totally. There's nobody to blame but me. And I told our players that I hate that we have to live with that, because we did everything right to win the football game. But the Patriots gave themselves a shot, and they pulled it off. And the superstar gave his praises. I just had a vision that I was going to make a big play, and it came true. It's crazy, man. Pure poetry, am I right? Whew, that's all we have for today. Did we miss out on any of your favorite moments? Let us know in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss when we drop a new video. With that being said, see you next time.